Welcome to the Simplify, Lead and Grow podcast, where business leaders share real strategies for growth. Hosted by Steve Kopecki, each episode offers insights to help you simplify, lead with purpose, and achieve success. Get ready for a wealth of knowledge and inspiration. The journey to simplify, lead, and grow starts now.
Hello and welcome. I'm Steve Kopecki, the president and owner of Compass Performance, Inc., an executive and business coaching company. I'm also the host of the Simplify and Grow podcast. At Compass, we work with organizations, teams, and entrepreneurs as they intentionally build a work culture of 80-20 simplification and accelerated growth, building a bridge to profitability and certainly a culture of continuous learning. Today, my guest on the Simplify and Grow podcast is Jen Swendseid, the CEO of Heart&Core Sports and Medical, where their mission is to create products that make a difference. Welcome to the show, Jen.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, great. I'm glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about your business and the history of your business.
Sure. My sister and I originally came up with this idea after our mom had breast cancer. She was getting ready to retire. She'd been a social worker all her life. And, she was a mom during the time as the mom of the 80s and early 90s when as working out became a bigger deal and more important in a lot of people's lives. She was busy raising kids and getting her master's degree and just trying to, enjoy family time and all of those things that kept her away from actually taking care of herself a lot of the time. So we said, let's, you're getting ready to retire. Let's, get you some workout gear. We're going to get a trainer for you and help you feel, good about yourself and enjoy retirement. And when we went out, we ultimately found that the sports bra options were very limited. My sister and I are both runners, so it was very easy for us to find one for our mom, who was, older, larger chested, and then had a lumpectomy, radiation, and lymph nodes removed, had sensitivity issues. And it was either, underwire, as I like to say or joke, enough underwire for, an antenna on an 80s TV or a piece of material. And either of which were going to work well for her. And after doing some research, we decided, okay, we're going to design a sports bra. So we designed and patented a sports bra and launched that. And, not really realizing the world of, how big the sports market world was, as far as you've got Nike and Under Armour and then many other brands as well. And being a little fish in a very big pond, we quickly realized this is tougher than we thought. We had this sports bra and then we had a tee and a capri and we, kind of were still working and doing this at the same time. And then we were, so that we launched in about mid 2009, kind of plodded along. In 2012, we met a woman, Mary Prody, who had designed the Prody drainage bulb holder. And it was a unisex band with Velcro tabs on it, and it held drains in place for patients post-surgery. And we thought, wow, that's really cool. And, realized the connection between, maybe we could build that into our bra. And so we kind of pivoted. We looked into the post-surgical market and realized there was a real lack of options to the sports bra to the post-surgical bra market. And decided this is something we could build with, build her drainage bulb holders into our bra. And ultimately we launched what is now the Larissa post-surgical bra and have the drain tabs on it. So it makes it easy for patients and caregivers to manage those pesky drains, as they say. It's one of the hardest things to deal with in post-surgery recovery. Since then, we've kind of moved through our ups and downs of having a business, but ultimately now today we have 3 post-surgical bras. We have our Larissa bra, our Serena bra, which is the same style, but just without the drain tabs. and now our new Sheryl bra, which is great for women post heart surgery, any type of augmentation reduction lift. And then also it's great for mobility surgery, shoulder surgery specifically. And then also it's serving women who are going through weight loss, and with the weight loss medications out there, a lot of women are finding that this is very helpful for them during that journey for themselves as well.
Okay, great. How do you come up with those names for the products?
That's a good question. So Larissa, my sister's name is Lara, from the movie Dr. Zhivago, which my mom loved.
Mhm.
And Larissa was, my mom nicknamed her Larissa. So we have the Larissa bra. And then Serena. So my name is Jennifer Victoria. Victoria you can't really use because there's another big company out there. So
Yeah.
decided that we would go with Serena, and Serena was a name that my mom had thought about, when she was pregnant with me. She thought about Serena, and I said, "Wasn't Serena the bad witch on Bewitched?" She, so she laughed and she said, "Well, that's why I named you Jennifer, of course." um, so that was one name that she really liked. So we said Serena. We'll name this the Serena bra, and then um, the Sheryl bra is named after my mom's sister, my Aunt Shirley, who had had heart surgery and had complained to us a few years back. There's nothing really good to support women post heart surgery, and so this was, we thought about her. And then we have our Bonita bag, which we're going to be relaunching. And my mom's name was Bonnie. Her real name was Bonita. And so we, because our first bra we launched was the Bonita bra. Well, we discontinued that style. So we're bringing her name back in a different way. So to honor her.
Is that terrific? Wow, that's great. Um, if we think about you running your business, and you've come through this process from, I think it was what, 2008, 2010. You can explain a little bit more about that, but what are some common misconceptions that you have about running a business? And you've learned a lot, you've been doing this for a little while, and you got a restart going. And how have you addressed some of those sort of misconceptions and things that you've learned?
Sure. I will say, I'll start with, I remember I always read Entrepreneur magazine. I just loved it. And I'd read these articles. And I remember reading this article of this gentleman who'd started a business, and he, just thought it was not going to be that hard or that complicated. And then he started talking about how difficult it really was. And I said, "Oh, I won't be like that. That won't be for me.
Mhm.
That won't happen to me." And it was completely opposite. It's a good thing my husband isn't on here to to speak piece on it. Um, but it is extremely challenging, and I think it really is important to know upfront what you are good at and what you need help with. And um, I think we started very much with the product. Okay, we're gonna buy this product, and we're gonna have, um, very naive to how, surround yourself, use your initial funds that you have, whether you're bootstrapping it, you have some money from the bank, combination, family money, what have you. Use that to surround yourself and have a good foundation for the business itself. There's a lot of people that are great CFOs or fractional CFOs for companies, and it doesn't matter what the product is,
Mhm.
or the services. It's they know how to make a company grow. They can look at it and say, "Here's where you need to focus. Here's what you need to do." And we didn't have that, and that would have been huge for us. I think we could have, skipped a lot of years of difficulty and struggle had we had the right people in place to begin with. So I think it's having that foundation right away, solid people that see your vision and know how to help you with that.
Some people would think that, you need to build a business first before you start adding people. But it sounds like you've done this in a sort of a creative way, where they're not necessarily employees, but they're relationships that you've developed and ultimately went into partnerships with.
Yes. So, yes, creative, could be one way to look at that, definitely. Sorry, my low power mode just came on. I think that's the biggest thing is we thought, oh, we have someone who can do our books for us and can do our invoicing for us. So, our biggest thing is, and we've got someone that can handle our making sure that we get our taxes paid and we do all of that. And we thought if we have that, then we're fine. We're great. But it's much more complex than that. So we kind of did a relaunch of our company recently, just in November. And that's when we started to really pick out who do we need for the help. And we found a sales team that could help us with our, doing our initial cold calling and help us with that piece of it. And they're not employees, we work with a company called Volcanic, and they, we pay a flat rate a month, and they help us generate those cold calls and get those initial meetings, which is great. And then we have, from there, we also have another company called Bags, and they help us with our spreadsheets and kind of looking at projections and help us more with the financial piece, helping us with some financing, which is great. And then we have a woman that's been with us forever, helps us with our invoicing and our monthly reports and making sure everything looks good so that when we turn it over to our tax accountants, it's not difficult for them to complete our taxes. And so we're finding the people that we need. And then also we have a great fulfillment and warehousing system company that we work with, and they've been great to work with as well. So that's what's helped us figure out, okay, this is how we can move forward and be more successful than we have in the past.
Wow. Warehousing, manufacturing, bookkeeping, sales, and your sister and you.
Yes.
It's amazing. And also some expertise from on the financial side of things and how to run a business.
Yes. Not to mention, we've had mentors and friends that have helped us along the way too, that we, lean on for help or advice, and which has been great too. So we're very lucky and thankful for that.
And the other thing I heard you say was you make sure you have the financing or the money reserved for the business as you move forward, and don't shortchange yourself and try and do too much with not enough.
Correct. Yes. Start small.
Yeah, I think that's what ends up causing a lot of problems for small business owners and entrepreneurs. It's, maybe they don't even set up an LLC up at first and have all the financing set up as well. They just try and do things as they're going along.
Absolutely.
It sort of handcuffs. Okay, so my next question would be about innovation and what sort of strategies do you use to keep innovation going in your business? You've come out with an initial product, but you have 3 or 4 other products that you've developed along the way. How do you get in touch with what's important as it relates to innovation and your product line?
That's a good question. I think for us, because we're small, we've been able to listen to the customers. We've been able to listen to the nurses and the surgeons that we've worked with over the years. And then feedback from the feedback from customers, they'll, come back and, something about, whether it's sizing or the straps were a little bit too long. So we, shortened that up. We had, Vanderbilt came to us, when we had switched to a different manufacturer, and they said, these sizes seem to be running small. And we said, okay. And we added, a 1/2 inch and, figured out our sizing chart. And that really helped us because they know best. They're the ones that deal with these patients every day. They've used other brands. They know kind of the general idea of how, a size large should fit. And, that's, have a good understanding of how the bra should fit and support the patient post-surgery. So we've been able to kind of make our tweaks and really it's helped us perfect the Larissa and the Serena bra. Now with the Shrill bra, we worked with a cardiac nurse, and she tested on patients, as well as a coworker of hers had gone through heart surgery. And we had the basic design, and then handed it to her to kind of give us that feedback. And again, just some little tweaks that helped. Here's why we would like to see this, and we were able to do that and perfect it. So that was great to get their help and support of us, so that we could make a good product for their patients.
Well, it's clear you have a product that literally solves a pain point in a customer, which is a patient. And then you go through a process of prototyping and trying out and getting feedback from the customer, and a patient in this case, and ultimately coming up with a product that makes sense, and it fits a need and a problem, solves a problem.
Yes.
So that's terrific. Could you give us a glimpse into the future of your business and plans for growth and what you're planning to do?
Absolutely. Well, obviously, we're continuing with sales, and have some new relationships and new contracts that we're working on right now, which is great. And then we are also going to be, looking at other products. We kind of need to get through some of these initial phases. But once we get these initial products really moving, and get all of our channels, our sales channels, to a solid place, there's a couple more products I'd like to launch, develop and launch. And then, eventually we know that another company, someone else can take this and grow it even bigger, and make it, get it out there to even more people. And so, we don't see ourselves in this forever. And, I see, we could look at another 3 to 5 years, and get it to a great point of, where we've grown it to where we feel like we can take it, and then, look at an exit strategy at that point. But, there's, like I said, a couple other products that are in this, realm that I think could be beneficial to women, and then also being competitive within the market of the different styles of post-surgical bras as well. So,
Sure.
excited.
It seems like there's quite a few opportunities for you, but you have to make sure you select the right one or two that makes sense for your business. And then I also heard you say that now's a good time to even be thinking about how you set the business up for an exit, even though it's 3 to 5 years down the road. You got to start thinking that way, and
Absolutely.
making sure that you keep the value in the business, because that's what you'll get reimbursed for when you sell it, right?
Yes, that's key to making sure our sales. I think our biggest thing right now is we just working on sales, connecting with more surgeons, nurses, doctors, and then other people that are connected to the different communities, whether it's heart, lung, the weight loss community. There's a lot of, because of social media, there's a lot of communities of people too, and helping each other, or saying, oh, hey, here's a great product, or that, this is can be helpful. And so, there's a lot of opportunities for us to, we also are working with one other team of guys that are helping us with our ability, or to help us with like our Google ads. So that will really help too, and doing video. And as I say, they're young bucks, so they know how to find, how to, tweak those so that it really helps reach the audience that that is going to be interested in our products. So
Sure. I'm sure the world of AI is somehow going to impact your business as well. It's something to look at. I mean,
we're looking at that as well. We are looking at a company actually that can do the 3D and look and be able to tell a woman what size they would need in our bra without saying, oh, I'm X size, or I'm this size.
Right.
They are helping with that, because a lot of women are known for wearing the wrong size bra. So this can help with that, and cut down on the frustration that women already have, and helping them wear the size they should be wearing.
It's amazing. It's an amazing world that we're on the cuffs of here with AI. And
It really is, definitely.
All right. So if you were thinking about aspiring entrepreneurs that are out there that are thinking about you got what 15 years at least of experience
Yeah.
under your belt here, and what sort of advice would you have for them if they're just starting their journey and facing challenges in their business? You've given us some nuggets already, but
Yeah.
yeah, kind
Uh,
of.
yes, I would definitely say have that foundation laid out, as far as know who can handle your finances, but also help see the future of what that looks like and be able to help with sales from the financial standpoint of what does that look like? How do you set those goals? How do you achieve those goals? And having people that are really good at sales. Someone once said to me, "You're more of a founder than an entrepreneur." I said, "Oh, I'm not offended by that," because eh, you know, I know how to design. I mean, I've been designing products. That's the piece where I feel like I'm good at. I can tweak it. I can take constructive criticism. Um, that's where I'm really good at. I think I'm good at sales when I can get in front of the right people. But there are some people that just have that. They know how to go in and just, make it happen. And there's just people that have those abilities in all industries. And, you meet them and, when they say, "Oh, I'm in sales," or "I'm a realtor," you say, "Yep, yep, I can see that," because they've got that presence about them that is just, they attract people wanting to listen to them and hear what they have to say, and that's important. So, this the sales and the finance and just starting small, um, and finding someone that can help you, especially if it is a product industry, finding someone that can help you start small, or a company that can manufacture your products on a small level so that you don't get overwhelmed, because that happened to us. So and I think, you know, we've worked with a lot of great people and we've had a lot of great mentors, but we've worked with a lot of not great people.
Yeah.
And, if you feel that pit in your stomach or that red flag is sticking out, that's there for a reason. And, listen to that. Even if you're young, you know, you're gonna know, and just be protective of your brand and what you're trying to do, and of yourselves, save yourselves a lot of heartache and frustration if you can.
Yeah, yeah. You know that people are going to listen to that, and some are going to have to learn it the hard way, right?
Yeah, yeah, true, exactly. I mean, I'm case in point. I read articles and heard people talk all the time, and I still made a lot of mistakes and still
Yeah,
will. And
we were all kids once, and
yes,
we
yes,
ended up learning the hard way, right?
yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Jen, this has been terrific. I really appreciate you sharing your experience, your history, and what got you to where you are today. And what a terrific business that you have, and with in just incredible potential, obviously, and a need that needs to be filled. So really appreciate you spending this time. And for all those that are listening on the podcast, as we conclude this episode of the Simplify and Grow podcast, it's clear that entrepreneurs like Jen and the team, her sister at Heart&Core Sports and Medical, deliver exceptional customer service. They understand the customer's needs, and they provide outstanding product solutions for women recovering from breast cancer and other major surgeries that they've had. So thank you for joining us today, and until next time, thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
keep
it.
simplifying and keep growing that business. It's very much needed in this world. So appreciate it.
I appreciate you letting me be on here today, and I look forward to anyone who has questions or anything that we can help with. We're always here to help. So thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Simplify, Lead, and Grow podcast. We hope this episode provided you with valuable insights and actionable strategies to apply in your leadership journey. If you enjoyed the show, consider subscribing and leaving a review to help us reach more listeners. Be sure to share this podcast with fellow leaders ready to simplify their approach, lead with purpose, and grow their business. Until next time, continue to lead with passion and grow with purpose.